Gunfreaknation. It's the president, TElectrik, and I want to talk about uh, being savage ready. You know, I just want to say this. You know, God put it in me to have this conversation. He put the topic on my mind, and I love y'all, and I don't want to see y'all be, victims. Future victims. I want to say, I'm gonna ask y'all this question, and I brought this up before. Um, between for home defense, would you prefer a bat, a knife, a taser, mace, a firearm? Which one is the most potent? Which one will serve the best in confronting a savage, doing a home invasion on you? If you said a firearm, you're right. But then again, are those tools? Because those are tools. The number one tool in being prepared and ready is your mind. Okay? And what I mean by that, I'm talking about the mindset that you have. That's the biggest, baddest, the best weapon you can have is your mind, your mindset. Because you can have all the guns in the world. But if you are not mentally ready, if you're not prepared and have that, just being savage ready, what's the point? You can have guns laying all around. But if you are not ready, what's the point of it all? You can, if a savage can get the drop on you, then what's the point? You understand what's the point? So you gotta have the number one tool starts with your mindset. It's a lot of people that has been armed, okay? That has been armed and have, a lot of people been armed and they still let the savage get the drop on them. So the biggest advantage, you got to stay sharp. You got to have that frame of mind. When you're out in public, you got to have something called situational awareness. You got to look around, look at your environment. If something ain't looking right, get the hell up out of there. As quick as you can, as fast as you can. Remove yourself from that situation. In the event of a shit hit the fan, of a home invasion, you gotta already have a plan that you can, put into action when them savages kick in your door, climb through your window. You already should have a plan that you can just set into motion to confront that savage. Okay? Having one of these is good, but if you don't know how to utilize it and get to it in time and be proficient with this, what's the whole point of it? It don't matter. Okay? It really don't matter. And I already know I'm going to have some people in the comment, T, take it off, and I know y'all mean real, but I don't give two fucks about the ATF's dumbass rules, alright? I don't. And then let me just say this. It's been an injunction I want to keep y'all posted on this. This is a little bit off the topic, but they savages too, because they trying to disarm us and, making it hard for us. You feel me? But it's been a new injunction against the ATF, so we got 60 days. Within the 60 days, they can't do shit. They can't enforce, that little dumbass, stupid ass rules. So, hey, you can't come and take it from me. No, after them 60 days, I will remove this and, throw it in the trash. But anyway, look, Gunfreak Nation, I just want to say, your mind, you have to have the mind of a warrior, because these savages that are out there, they will try their best to get the drop on you. And the biggest mistake people make, and sometimes even I'm guilty of it. When we out and about in the streets, in the parking lots or whatever, we on our phone. If you notice, you put a bunch of people together that got cell phones and they got to sit and they in a waiting room somewhere, or they just, they 99%, 99.9%, they're going to be on their phones. And we got to break that habit, man, because a lot of criminals, a lot of these savages, they looking to catch somebody off guard. They consider those type of people soft targets. They gonna get the person that's got his face in his phone versus the guy that's looking confident and looking all around and being alert of his environment. So please, I got to practice what I preach myself, because I'm guilty of it sometimes. You dig? But you gotta break that habit of, not paying attention and, being on your phone. Because that will get you, fucked up real fast. Okay? But you just gotta have the mindset. You gotta have the real power. Some people own firearms, but they don't have it in them to pull that trigger if they have to. Like the true story of the young woman, when the savage came in and confronted her, she did the right thing. She got to her gun and she pointed it at him and she couldn't pull the trigger. And the savage disarmed her and he raped her. The savage actually said, "You're going to have to shoot me. Because I come here, I must have you. The only way that I am going to be stopped, you're going to have to shoot me." And tears came from her eyes. Tears. Because she knew she didn't have it in her to take a life or to shoot someone. And she paid the ultimate price. He didn't kill her, but he raped her. And the sad thing is, once when he knew that she didn't have it in her, he came back a few nights later and raped her again. So you can't depend on the police. It's not their job. Like I said, they're not. They're more so crime responders than crime fighters. I want to tell y'all, it's important for you to have that mindset. It's important for you to go out and get your, concealed carry license. I want to tell y'all something that took place a couple of nights ago. We was at a pizza restaurant, and the cops came in and they confronted a guy that was in line. ordering his pizza. We had already ordered, and we was waiting for our food to, to be done. They approached him. They was like, "We saw you get out your car, and you put a gun in your waistband. And do you have a CPL?" So, the young brother, I ain't making this no race thing, but the two cops happen to be right. The brother happened to be a brother, a black man, right? They was my right brothers, the cops. So my thing is, when they came in, I was happy to see that the brother was legally carrying. Okay? And I see it from both sides because, when they approached him, he showed us, he got his CPL. He sent his female partner out to the car to run it. And, and I applaud the police because they saw somebody tucking a gun in the waistband, and I'm guilty of that. Sometimes when I'm driving, I have my gun on the side of me. And then when I get out, I put it in my concealed carry holster. So that easily could have been me. But I know not to escalate a situation. And, I applaud the police for what they done, but at the same time, the cop was an asshole. Because the way that he approached the brother, he approached him as if he was a criminal. As if he was guilty, as if he was carrying a dirty gun. And then, I didn't like the fact that what if he would have been a crazy ass savage and decided to just, bang it out with the police and get into a shootout. Well, we were out here in a restaurant, in a small lobby or whatever you want to call it. So if shit would have went left, we would have been caught in the middle of a gun battle. All right? So just the attitude of that particular cop, the way he approached them as if he was a criminal. I did not like it. It was disrespectful. So the guy gave the cop the same energy that the cop gave him. And was like, damn, a black man can't be, armed. So I get both perspectives. It ain't what the cop did, it's how he went about it. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have respect at all. And I was happy and so proud of the brother. When the cops left, I said, brother, I'm so proud of you because they, from that attitude of that cop, he was hoping and wishing that gun would have been dirty and that you would have been illegally carrying so he can arrest you. That's why I tell everybody, if you can legally get you a concealed carry license, get it. Because the brother that was there that they confronted, he was Uber Eats. He was one of the people that, when people order they food through Uber Eats, I guess it's another name, but he was the delivery man. He'd go to the restaurant, pick the food up, and take it to whoever ordered the phone. So of course, with a job like that, you definitely need to be armed. The cops didn't do anything wrong, but the approach it ain't what you say, it's how you say it. The cop was being a fucking asshole. Like I say, I respect the police. To me, they are heroes. But as everybody know, you got assholes in the middle. You got bad apples mixed with the good apples, And that one was an asshole. The way he approached him, it was unacceptable. It was disrespectful, And I was glad that the young brother had a CPL and the cop looked like a dumbass. He couldn't say shit then, But getting back to the topic, you got to have the mindset, all right? Because these savages, man. And when I say this, somebody said, emailed me, T, why you gotta, every criminal You know, why they gotta be relegated down to a savage? I'm not talking about common criminals. I'm not talking about the person that's hungry and out there trying to hustle and, you know, going in a grocery store or a gas station and stealing a bag of chips, you know, just because, you know, he's hungry. I'm not talking about that. I don't condone thievery or anything like that. I don't condone theft. But, you know, that's somebody, you know, whenever I see when a person approach me, I size them up, and if they ask for some change or whatever, I'm gonna do whatever I can to help them, even if it's giving them the change that's in my car. If I can help you, I will. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about a petty, you know, thief. I'm talking about a whole different level of evil right there. That's just somebody that's out on the streets that's trying to survive, trying to hustle. I don't knock nobody for trying to survive. But when you got these fucking savages, I'm talking about the fucking true fucking savages, the ones that got money and they still want to go out and rob and kill, they want to rape, they want to torture. I'm talking about that. That's a whole nother level of evil right there. When I'm talking about savages, I'm talking about motherfuckers like Ted Bundy, you know, Jeffrey Dahmer, the son of Sam, Israel Keys. These motherfuckers were serial killers, and some of them was well off. They had money, and you know, it's just the way they fucking brain is wired. They just had that urge, and they had to go out and murder somebody. They had to go out and kill. That was the only thing that was going to satisfy that, you know, that rush, that they just thirsting, you know, for to kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? You know, that was the only thing that was going to satisfy that crunch. You know, so I'll say this: you can have fucking millionaires. If the government decide to give everybody a $1 million check and we all rail off, we millionaires now, guess what? It's still gonna be killers and it's still gonna be rapists, because if you fucked up in the brain, ain't no amount of money gonna change that. You still gonna be a fucking pedophile, you still gonna be a fucking rapist, and you gonna be a fucking murderer. And those are the people that I'm talking about, are savages. The way a savage think, man, they get off on that shit. They coming in to confront you. They on a mission. And if you die because you don't comply to them, then they don't give two fucks. Some of them are coming in to kill you. Your life don't mean a damn thing. You're like bubble gum stuck on the bottom of their damn shoes. They don't care about your life. These savages do not have a problem breaking in your house, beating you down, especially if you don't fight back or have a firearm. They don't have a problem invading your home, beating you down, tying you up, and raping your wife, raping your daughter, molesting your kids, and they all getting off on it. You know, they remind me of what happened like a year ago, where the fucking savages did a home invasion on a mom and daughter. And you know what those filthy, nasty bastards did? They made them undress, and they made the mother and the daughter fondle each other, have sex, oral sex with each other while they fucking got off on it. And then after they got done watching them, forcing them to be sexual with each other, they took turns raping both of them, passing them and trading each other to the other savage. These are the type of sick-ass bastards that need to be put down. Okay? I'm talking about like the savages that got the wrong house. They was trying to rob a drug dealer. they went to a apartment complex. Okay? Allegedly, it was a drug dealer that kept $14,000 in his deep freezer because his woman was boasting about it. And somebody overheard it. And those dumb idiots went to the wrong apartment. They actually went to the apartment of a teacher. And they broke in. She didn't have a gun. She didn't have an alarm system. They caught her in her bed. And they pulled her out of her bed, strapped her down to a chair, and they tortured that woman. And she had no clue what the fuck they were talking about. They broke her jaw in 2 places. They tortured her. They stabbed her in the head with a knife. They slashed her face. They put a gun to her shoulder and shot her shoulder. And then when the dirty bastards realized that indeed they had the wrong apartment, instead of leaving her, alone, they put a gun to her head and blew her brains out. This is what I'm talking about. So, for those of you that are out there that just don't believe in having guns, shame on you. Like somebody said, you can't save everybody. I guess a victim is just life. Okay? You got people that look at people like us, Gunfreak Nation, and be like, oh, they crazy, they paranoid, they gonna snap one day and you gonna see them on the news. No, motherfucker. We gonna see your ass on the news. Being a fucking victim. Being rolled out in a body bag. Being put in the fucking meat wagon. Alright? Gunfreak Nation. Listen. There's people out there, man. Savages. I don't even like calling them animals, because even animals don't behave like that. These are fucking barbarians. These are fucking savages that want to prey on the weak. They want to prey on them. And they love a soft target. We talking about evil motherfuckers that don't have a problem taking a man and pulling his pants down in front of his wife, in front of his woman, and bending him over and fucking him up the ass. And if they survive that, after they rape him, he's going to rape the woman. Okay? But they do that for a reason, to take his manhood away. You understand? So do you think that relationship is going to last after that? You got to look at the consequences of everything. The blowback from everything. It's not only going to destroy your life, but it's going to fuck you up and traumatize you probably for the rest of your life. I got another one for you. A true life story. One of my friends, he owned firearms. He got with a young lady that was a Christian, that didn't believe in having guns. God was the answer to everything. God, the blood of Jesus, was going to save her, according to her. Okay? Even though she neglected the part in the Bible that says, sell your cloak and buy a sword. Okay? So, things got heated up and serious, and he moved in with her. But the deal was, if he moved in her house, in her home, he would have to get rid of all his firearms. And I told him, I said, bro, do not get rid of all your firearms. Do not sell all your guns, bro. If you move, even if it's her house, you still supposed to be the man of the house. And I'm not saying, be a dictator, but man's supposed to lead. All right? And the woman lead too. But you don't give up your guns for nobody. His reply was, well, T, I'm in love with her. I love her. I can't keep her off my mind. And I got to respect her. I cannot lie to her. I said, man, come on, man. At least smuggle one of them, into the house. You may need it. He's like, nah, that's like cheating. I can't lie to her. I can't be dishonest to her. And he got rid of all his guns. And he was like, man, we just, I'm reading the Bible with her, and God wouldn't let that happen to us. Well, guess what? When he moved in, 2 weeks later, they got hit with a home invasion. They got him. Got him good too, man. They bent him over, fucked him in his ass, and they bent her over and fucked her in her ass. And while he was getting butt fucked, I bet you he wish he had his guns then, because he would have been able to fight back. But they fucked them both. And guess what, y'all? They ain't even together no more. You know why? Because she blamed him for not being able to protect her. And he blamed her because she put pressure on him to get rid of his guns. So they ain't even together no more. And he don't have his guns. I hope he don't bought one since then. But I'm telling you, they are a tool that you must absolutely have, and you need to train with them so you can be proficient with them, and get you something that hold a good bit of rounds, a high capacity magazine like this Scorpion right here. This particular mag holds this particular mag holds 35 rounds. But I also have a micro Draco that, that's 30 rounds of heavy firepower. I also have a PS90 that hold 50 rounds of 5.7 by 28. That's what you want to whip out if you think that they got on body armor. All right? So certain ammo that the P50 take will zip right through some body armor. Not all of the ammo, but certain ones. You just got to be ready, man. I fuck with you. I love you, man. I want you to hit that like button. I want you to hit that subscribe button. I want you to share this video. I want you to join the channel. That's sort of like a Patreon. Join the channel. It's like $3 a month. It's 3 different tiers or whatever. If you want to help me out, the channel, join. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you. I love you. And listen, stay fucking, savage ready. So if a motherfucking savage coming to your domain, coming to your home uninvited, send a stinking funky ass to Funky Town. Because they ain't nothing but demons. And them motherfuckers belong in hell. I love you, Gunfreak Nation. I salute you. Remember, stay armed. Stay responsible with your firearms. Stay righteous. And at all times, be ready to send a stinking funky ass savage to Funky Town. I love y'all. Salute.